Pokemon news.
I'm AZ Aonuma,
Actually,
producer of the Legend of Zelda series. I'm sure a lot of you saw me and thought there might be news about the sequel to the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game. Unfortunately, we don't have anything to share right now. We apologize. Development is proceeding smoothly, and we should be able to bring you some new information this year. For now, we'll have to ask you to wait just a bit longer.
So many people disliking this video just for that.
While you're all waiting, however, this Legend of Zelda game will be coming to Nintendo Switch. Please take a look.
Reacting to this.
Oh! Hey!
Skyward Sword?
Oh. I ain't even gonna be mad.
Stop hating, son.
I don't mess with Skyward Sword.
And you'll probably be able to play like.
I don't know how they're gonna do yeah. I don't know how they're gonna do handheld.
I'm in the minority. I like.
No, you're not.
A lot of people that I see don't like Skyward Sword.
That changed. Like, one thing I noticed about Nintendo games, everybody will say that they hate something or they don't like something, and then like 5 years later, or after that game just not been in the limelight for a while, everybody and their mother will be like, "Oh yeah, I always liked the game." I ain't saying that's you. I'm just saying that's how YouTube work. It's like NBA Twitter. Everybody was trashing on Derrick Rose for years, and
what you've
now
just
they trying
seen
to
is
say
the
they
Legend
love
of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. This game originally released in 2011 on the Wii console, and now it's coming to Nintendo Switch. The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword featured a control scheme in which players would use the Wii Remote Plus controller as a sword and the Nunchuck controller as a shield. With the increased processing power of the Nintendo Switch system, the controls here are smoother and even more intuitive.
Oh, so it's still gonna be...
And we've recreated the controls for the sword and the shield here by having the player hold two Joy-Con controllers. The Joy-Con controller in your right hand is the sword. Swing it to have Link swing his sword in the game. The Joy-Con controller in your left hand is the shield. By lifting the controller, you can raise the shield to block enemy attacks. You can perform other actions like using both controllers to wield a bow and arrow. These physical movements add a sense of urgency and tension to combat. But we've also made it possible to play the game with button controls to ensure it can be played in handheld mode or on the Nintendo Switch Lite system.
Alright, I might play this. I might give it a second chance
how to assign different gameplay elements to different buttons, we decided to apply the sword motions to tilting the right control stick.
Oh, so you still don't press button, but you just fight like with the stick.
Tilt the stick down when you want to swing the sword downward. To swing to the right, to the left, or diagonally, just tilt the stick in the respective direction.
How are they gonna do the backflip spin attack? Or whatever flip spin attack it was.
Here's something else we've been working on. Specially designed Joy-Con.
Alright, I'm grabbing these.
The right Joy-Con controller.
Nah, son, you don't like the game. Don't grab it, son.
It don't have nothing to do with the game. It literally don't have anything to do with the game. It
literally says Skyward Sword.
Nah. That's the regular Hylian shield and the Master Sword.
Stay true to what you said, bro.
You can have the game. You can have the game. I'll give you my copy. I'll give you my copy, but I'm keeping them Joy-Cons. And they better not bundle.
The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD launches July 16th. Following this Nintendo Direct, you'll be able to pre-order the game on Nintendo eShop. And the specially designed Joy-Con controllers will launch on the game's release day at your local retailers. Many of you may already know this, but The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword was the last original console game prior to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game, and it was still following the established conventions of The Legend of Zelda. However, it gave a glimpse into many features and innovations that would eventually be adopted in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, using the sailcloth to descend in midair, a stamina gauge that depleted as you scaled walls with vines or ran. Even the concept of collecting items to upgrade gear. I hope those of you who've played The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild will give this game a try as well.
It was like hella similar to this game.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff they did have from this game.
There's even like the shields and
Please look forward to The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD.
But they break.
Yeah.